Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Chenelle Beauty, and I'm coming back with another video. And this is a video about 10 guys to stay away from, so y'all stay tuned. First of all, I already did a video about 10 females to stay away from, and I did not get this from anybody, but this is just something that I wanted to touch bases on because of the past experiences that I did handle and deal with and everything like that. So the first guy I can say to stay away from is the breaking promises guy, and that's the guy that always promised you that you guys will hang out. That's the guy that always promised you that he would do such things and always see you and always call you and text you and things like that, and he never could keep a promise, and he always are standing you up, and he always just making you feel just so bad, and you get ready and get all cute and things like that for him to stand you up every time, and there's always some type of lame excuse and just always something that's going on with him, and he can never ever stick to his plans. That is a guy that you will want to stay away from, and that is a guy that is what you and him have together serious or anything like that. He doesn't care to see you. He's not making you a priority. So that is a guy that you do not want to even waste your time with, because it would just always be some type of excuse. It will always be some type of reason to why he can't see you, and before you know it, it will get 10 years down the line and you still dealing with this. And mind you, this is personal experiences that I have dealt with. This is personal experiences that I have lived, and no one can tell me better than I know myself. The second guy to stay away from is going to be the never could come to them type of guy, and that's when you're dealing with a guy and you know you always try to make plans with them and you always try to come see them, and it's always some type of excuse to why you can't come to them, but they can always come to you, and why you can't make plans over at their house, but they can always make plans over at your house, and they just freeze a bee when it comes to them seeing you, but for some reason you never could see them. And that is the type of guy that 9 times out of 10 they have something that they are hiding from you, whether it's just family issues or it's some type of child, or it's a whole nother girlfriend or family that they have. That is the type of guy that you would want to stay away from, because at that point they're just not keeping it honest with you, and they just always want to make some type of excuse to why you cannot come to them. If you do not know where these people or players or whatever you want to call them stay, then they should not be knowing where you stay at. So if they want to play that game, you play that game with them. You meet them at a public place, and let it be mutual, and that's just that. So, and that kind of falls into the third guy, and that's the guy that never wants to take you out, always wants to come see you when it's like mid day or like evening to nighttime, especially nighttime, and you guys never go out, you guys never like just spend time in the public and things like that. That guy has a whole nother family at home. He has something that he is hiding from you, and he is just playing the game. And at the same time, you just do not want to be the other woman. You don't want to be the fool. So just make sure that you do your homework on that. And if he is always finding some type of excuse to not bring you out, then you need to let him go, because he is not worth your pretty little time, and just let him just go and do his thing and play with somebody else, because you are not the one to be played with. So, and that kind of goes into number 4 with the never show you off guy. You don't know none of his friends, you don't know none of his family, you don't know none of his acquaintances, nobody that he's cool with or have some type of connection with. You never met them before in life. He never shows you off on social media. He never shows you out in public. It's just always secretive and very just like he could never just be solid with you and just like treat you like just like a regular relationship. It's always something. Like, it's not just a coincidence. Please and believe that this guy has very well sense to know that he's doing exactly what he's doing for a reason, and it's not a coincidence, and he is trying to play you and trying to have his cake and eat it too. So please stay away from the guys that can't even show you off, especially when you're a beautiful woman and you just on just everything, and he just cannot show you off, and he can't take you out places and treat you how you deserve to be treated. So, you know, it's not even worth your time. Like, just move on from that situation. Okay, so number 5 is the breakup around the holidays type of guy. That is the guy that always finds a reason to argue with you to the point where you guys are breaking up around the holidays. Please and believe that that is a finesse game. That is him playing you. He got what he needed for the first half of the year, and now it's time to lock up and load with his main boo. And he is not trying to deal with you around the holidays. He's not trying to bring you around the holidays. He's not trying to have a million questions asked to him about why you never met his people or anything like that. You want to stay away from guys like that, because trust and believe they have a whole nother family, and trust and believe that girl has met his family and it's nothing to him. He just have like a little side piece and just want to have his cake and eat it too. Please do not become the side dish. You are better than that. You deserve better than that. And just know that he is 9 times out of 10 playing games, especially when it happens like more than 1 year. If it comes like the second, third year and you have never been around him on the holidays, just know that he is probably playing games, and he is with his main boo around the holidays, and he's finding reasons to argue with you so that you guys are not talking around the holidays. That is straight game and the straight finesse. So just look out for that and all of those signs and things like that. Number 6 is the verbal abusive guy, and I have personally dealt with this for years. The guy that constantly tell you, the guy that constantly tear you down, the guy that constantly just belittle you and make you feel so bad about yourself, and almost have you questioning your self-worth and just losing your self-esteem and things like that. You don't want to be around a guy that is draining like that. A guy's supposed to make you feel good and make you feel better, do better, look better, have a better life. Like, he's not supposed to be the guy that when you go to sleep at night, he's the reason why you're crying. Like, no. I cry over bills, and I cry over if I don't have a job, and I cry over way more other stuff than that if I don't feel good. I don't cry over dudes because I don't want to let them have that type of control. Like, you know, I have done that in the past, and I just don't want to do that anymore. So you shouldn't want a guy to have that much control over you and power over you. Just, you know, get away from those type of guys, because it will ruin you. And what they say about verbally abusive guys, that type of stuff will scar you more than physically, because wounds heal. Physical wounds heal, and you no longer feel the pain a couple of weeks down the line. But when a guy is constantly tearing you down, you don't want to have to deal with that, because you are going to be dealing with that years and years and years down the line. I personally dealt with that, and you just do not want that to happen to you, because it can really affect you, and it really affect your self-esteem and things like that. And just take time to deal with that, and you may have to even see professional help for that and stuff like that. So you don't want to even get involved with that. The minute a guy starts to act like he got a problem with how he met you and the things that you do when he met you and was attracted to you, and all of a sudden he just switched, just already kid rocks with that guy, because he's just slowly trying to control you, and before you know it, you'll be in his fangs, and you'll be just living day to day, just living for him and things like that. So you don't want that in your life. So just stay away from those type of guys. I think this is the most important one, because it's so important to just know the signs and just know when to back away from those type of guys. It's very scarring and it's very dangerous, and you don't want to deal with nobody like that. Number 7 is abusive physically relationships. Those are just as important as the verbally. I don't want to play down physical abuse. You don't want to be around nobody that put their hands on you, and you don't want to be around nobody that has done anything physically to harm you, has threatened you, has followed you, act crazy, or anything like that. Take everything that they said into consideration and take it very serious. Don't think that they playing. Don't think that is cute. Don't think that they are just doing that because they love you and they are crazy about you. Like, those are very serious signs. Many women has died from that. Many men has died from that. And you don't want to be involved in anything like that, especially when you at a young age. You just want to be able to just live life and be happy and experience dating life in a positive and healthy way. That's not healthy, and they will show you the signs very early on, and just pick up on the signs, and just the minute they even seem like they will do that to you, just please let them go before you get too involved and too deep into where it's hard for you to leave. So number 8 would be the jealous guy. That's the guy that don't want to see you with friends. That's the guy that don't want to see you in sexy outfits, don't want to see you leave the house. You can have a life. Eventually you can have a job. They want full control over you. They don't want to see you be anything else but their girlfriend, their wife, anything. You don't want that type of person around you. Once again, it will drain you of your energy. It will drain you of your self-esteem, and you will wake up one day and you not even know who you are. So you don't want to be dealing with any type of guy like that. You want to just always deal with people that make you feel better and make you feel good and just be optimistic about life and things like that. You don't want to be dealing with any type of person that is going to be super jealous. You can't even talk to people and network and converse and build yourself up because they're so insecure. It's always their insecurity that brings you down, and you just don't want to deal with that. So just you know, when a guy start acting jealous, like, and it gets too far to a point where it's like, okay, you side-eyeing them, like, let them go before you get too deep in it and you think it's cute, and you know, you think that it's okay for them to act like that. It's not okay for them to act like that. So just have your blockers on, or whatever you want to call it, your hazard lights on, and just make sure that you are paying attention to how a guy is around you when you guys are dating. So number 9 is like the hoish guy, and that's the guy that is just like a community person. He talks to multiple people that you know or know of, and he just cannot keep his thing in his pants. He's always very flirtatious. He's always just very in somebody's face. You can never trust him. You feel like you can't never leave their side. You do not want that. Stresses. It will take away your glow, and you don't want to have to even deal with that on a regular basis. I can only imagine how stressful that can be. Like, you don't want a guy that you feel like you can even walk away for 5 seconds without them looking at somebody else or without talking to somebody else. You don't want a guy to where you settle and say, oh, all guys cheat, and you just like be okay with it. Like, no, I don't believe all guys cheat. So, you know, if you have a guy that you have to find that type of excuse for, like, you need to leave them alone, because they is never going to change. They'll be 80 years old and have 5 women around them, and you best believe that they're going to be dealing with all of them women in line to your face. So stay away from the hoish guys, from the community and for everybody type of guy. Yeah, you just don't want to deal with them because it's a waste of time. You risk your health, you risk everything. So number 10, I didn't write number 10 down, so I have to actually think about this. I would just say a guy that just like is like unmotivated and just like living under you and don't have a job, not trying to get a job, don't have a plan, just always negative, and you feeding him every day. He got his feet cocked up on the sofa and he haven't did anything that day. Like, you don't want to deal with another child, especially when you have children. Like, if he feels like another child to you and another mouth to feed, that's a problem. So you just always want to deal with grown men that, even if they don't have everything together, but they have a plan, like, you just want to deal with those type of guys. Also, another guy that I'm just like not attracted to is just like a guy with a lot of baby mamas. Like, I just don't like that. I don't have kids, so I don't want to do it with a lot of kids. Like, if you have already experienced that time with somebody else, I don't even want to deal with you, because it's not special if I give you that special blessing like a child or something like that. I don't want to even deal with that. I'm not the drama type of person. I don't like to be around all of that. So for me to have a shared baby daddy with somebody, like, that's not cool, because I already know that that comes with so much drama and things like that. So yeah, y'all, this is what I tried to do, 10 guys to stay away from. Like I said, I already did a couple of months ago, 10 females to stay away from. So this is just kind of a play off of that. And I just wanted to share my thoughts on 10 guys to stay away from. I have a lot of experience with just a lot of guys that just was not right. And I have grown from, and I'm at a different place. So I feel like I can speak on this, and I can give it advice and experience to a lot of girls, especially young girls, because like I learned a lot of this stuff on my own. And just like even young women like my age and stuff like that, that just still haven't got it yet. I just want to give my side on the type of guys to kind of pick up on and kind of like, you know, curve and stay away from and things like that. And I'm not perfect, and I'm not, you know, the perfect girl that just knows everything, but this is just based on my experiences. I think it will help a lot of women. I wish I had this type of video to look at when I was at, you know, high school, 16, 17 years old, and just starting to date and things like that. But unfortunately, YouTube was not popping like that, so I did not have that type of situation going on. So I just wanted to share my experiences, and you guys just stay beautiful, stay queen, stay lovely. Know that it is okay to be by yourself. You don't have to constantly jump in and out of relationships. It's okay to be single and get to know yourself, and it's okay to be independent. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. It's your girl Chenelle Beauties. Share this with your friends, family, and your boo thing. Y'all know how I get down, and I will catch y'all at the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so that you can be notified on my next video. And thank y'all so much for staying tuned.